In my feelings. In my feelings. How many times have you heard that? You in your feelings, I'm in my feelings. Well, this morning we're talking about intentional living in my feelings. Intentional living in my feelings. And principally, we're talking about this week about relationships. Remember what I shared with you on yesterday? If you did or did not, if you were with me on yesterday, then you already know we're doing this journal all week, all month long, rather 21 days Daniel fast, 21 days Daniel fast, 31 days of devotional that we have here. You can get it. All you do is put your email address in the chat area. We'll send it to you, no problem. And this week we're focusing in on relationships. And we talk about in the journal, in New Life, this whole year, we're talking about living a life of intentionality. Being intentional, not random. The death of random is here, so we can be intentional. God is intentional, and therefore we ought to be intentional. Well, enough of that. I just really want to share with you this morning in my feelings. In my feelings. Welcome this morning, Ramona. How are you this morning? Edith, how are you on this morning? Janine, how are you on this morning? Brenda, how are you guys on this morning? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the text to talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. What you have to do, if it's your first, second, or third time joining us, tell us who you are, where you are, so we can shout you out. And then want you to do some watch parties. Want you to share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. You can even share it right now. You can share it right now as we get ready for this morning's manna. In my feelings. In my feelings. Here's the text. Hebrews 10:24. And let us consider how we may spur one another on in love and good deeds. And let us consider how we can spur one another on in love and toward love and good deeds. We're going to spur one another on toward love and good deeds. Now, here's the context of the text. Then we're going to give you the text and then the takeaway. The context of the text is this. Here they are. Apollos is writing to this church that's under severe persecution. They're trying to encourage one another and lift one another up. This is the same scripture that says, forsake not the assembling of the brethren as some do. And what he is saying here, the writer of Hebrews, possibly Apollos, he is saying, look, in order for you all to make it under the severe stress and strain of living that you're in, you have to be intentional about loving one another and spurring one another on, encouraging one another on, but you got to do it in love. Now, there's three things that I want to speak to about that scripture that speaks to about our feelings. The first thing is this. Feelings are fundamental in relationships. They're fundamental to relationships. I want you to grab a hold of the fact that feelings come through, with our touch, our eyes, our smell, whatever the case may be, our taste, or our hearing. All of those five senses are directed to our spinal cord. Our spinal cord then goes up to the back of our head and up to the back of our brain, and that is where our feelings start connecting with our brain. Now, at that moment, feelings are extremely fundamental. The thinking part is right here. The feeling part is back here. So you're going to feel something, and it is going to trigger in your mind. Here's the second thing. Hold on. All of it is going to connect together. But feelings are not trustworthy. They're not trustworthy. That's why if you make a decision when your feelings is back here and you didn't let it get up here to your reasoning part of your brain, many times you'll make the wrong decision. It's not that feelings are not good. It's not that they are bad. It is they are what they are. They are feelings. And you're going to have them. But you can't trust them because they're not trustworthy. They're not consistent. That's why they have to come up here. That's why you scratch the front of your brain or the front of your forehead when you start thinking. Here's the third thing. But you need feelings because they also motivate us. We don't do things because we think about it. We do things because we feel about it. Feelings move us. They move us. I can think about something all day, but if I don't have an emotional connection with it, I'm not going to do it. I'm simply not going to do it. So I bring them all together, the reasoning and the feelings, so that I might be able to do as the text says, spur one another on toward love and good deeds. That's what the word says. What's your takeaway? Get in your feelings, but don't let them get in you. Get in your feelings, but don't let them get in you and take you over. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. We're going to keep talking about relationships. And make sure this morning, get in your feelings, but don't let your feelings get into you. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. Bye now.